So now that we've talked about plotting the points and have plotted a few points, let's talk about reflecting the points. And the way reflection works, it's the mirror image of the point. And the biggest question you should ask yourself, well, but where do I place the mirror? And we can place the mirrors anywhere you like. If we are trying to do this graphically, we can place the mirror anywhere we want and we'll get the right answer. And this is how this works. So here's my point. And let's say I want to place my mirror over here, like this. So this is my mirror. This is my mirror. And I want to know the mirror reflection of this point. And notice that I'm not even talking about the coordinates just yet. I'm just showing you how to construct this geometrically, right? So, once you have drawn your mirror, your next step is to draw a perpendicular line that goes from the point to the mirror. So the line should be perpendicular from the point to the mirror, just like that. Once you have that perpendicular line, measure it and draw and extend that perpendicular line by the same amount on the other side of the mirror, like that. So now I have my second point, and it's right here. So I don't even know the formula for this line. Well, actually I can guess. This is y equals x plus 4. But even if I didn't know it, right? It doesn't matter to me what the formula of this line is. What matters is that I can draw a perpendicular line, a line perpendicular to it, and measure out the same line segment on the other side of the mirror. And it's really, really interesting because for this particular line, there is no particular shortcut. And we're going to talk about doing shortcuts and how to do reflections on all other types of mirrors like x-axis, y-axis, line y equals x. But this is the most general method. So this point was -5 and 2. And the reflection of this point over this mirror, over this line, was -2 and -1. And frankly, when you look at them, these points, I mean, it looks like they have nothing in common, but they really are a reflection of each other over that particular line. So this is the method that works for any line, in any position. So if you ever forget about the shortcut that I'm about to show you for all sorts of common mirrors, such as x-axis, y-axis, line y equals x, and y equals -x, right? If you forget all of those shortcuts, you're still fine. You don't need them. You can just construct it just like that. All right, so now that I've talked about the construction, let's talk about our very first shortcut. And our very first shortcut is the reflection over the x-axis. So what does that mean, a reflection over x-axis? That means that x-axis is my mirror. Here it is. And yes, I can construct the same thing that I have just done. I'm going to show you that whatever you get using this trick is still the truth because the mirror construction works, right? Here's my perpendicular line to the x-axis, and then I extend it on the other side and I hit this exact point. But when you look at these points, I started off with point -5 and 2, and I ended up with a point -5, -2. So you can clearly see that all I have to do to create a reflection over x-axis is to stick a negative sign in front of my y coordinate. Very, very easy. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go into Desmos, graph a point, and graph a point that is a reflection of it over y-axis, and submit that to me on the board in the Neopod that you're going to see next.